the game, our Avis Star player of the game. Who else would it be but Marshall Faulk, the star running back, able to set records of all sorts tonight and come up with 7 touchdowns, over 350 yards rushing. Did you ever think you could put together a night quite like that?
Well, no, I never really did, but, you know, once I got in there, you know, CC went down and came in, stepped in, and everything just seemed to go good. These guys here, they just blocked for me like hell. They worked their butts off for me, and everything just went well. We had a great night tonight.
The offensive lineman here behind him. And do you have any idea you're getting close to some records as the night progressed on?
Well, not really, not at first, you know, until I started looking up on the board and seeing a couple of stats and stuff, and then people started bringing it, you know, telling me that, you know, you could break the record, I was just saying, well, just let me make it through the game. Because, you know, this is only my second college game, and these guys here, they're just helping me out, telling me, hold on to the ball and run hard, we're going to block for you, and everything just worked out well.
That sure did. And congratulations, a great night. Our Avis Star offensive player of the game, Marshall Faulk. With the offensive lineman here, we also have our Texaco Star defensive player of the game. That's Gary Taylor, who came up with a big interception tonight. Boy, you guys were keeping yourselves busy tonight, that run and shoot, but you're able to come out with a victory.
Yeah, all week we practiced on that a lot, and I figured their best receiver was number 6, and I was on him, and my coach Mims, always told me, he said, you got to play hard every snap, and that's what I did. That's how I came up with that big play.
Gary, the secondary last year didn't come up with an interception until late into the season. This year you've already come up with 3 picks, and it seems as though it's a real cohesive group back there.
Yeah, we're all together. We always have meetings and everything. We got a little code name called DB5, and it's kind of like brings us together before a game, and we always get together before a game and talk about what we're going to do, what needs to get done, and we go out and do it.
Now, next week, you go from the run and shoot into the Air Force Wishbone and into the conference.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard game, too, because we're playing in Colorado also. But I think it's going to be basically, we got to make sure we have our reads down, and all the secondary make key tackles in open field areas.
Gary Taylor, our Texaco Star defensive player of the game. Thanks for joining us here on the sideline. Lee, let's send it back up to you after the Aztecs come up with a victory.
Nice job, Brad. Very busy night. San Diego State wins by the score of 55-34 with fireworks in the background after the fireworks here at the stadium.
Marshall Faulk has been hit by plenty of passes this week, but setting an NCAA rushing record is still yet to hit him.
That's a game that only happens one time in your life. And if it happened again, you're lucky, because he was lucky the first time.
But racking up 386 yards and 7 touchdowns in one game is certainly no laughing matter. And it appears Saturday night's work at the Murph made life a little more difficult this week on campus.
Most freshmen on this campus are just dealing with not getting all of their classes. But for freshman Marshall Faulk, he's dealing with national media attention.
Marshall's more mature than most freshmen. But he has been, how should I say it, inundated with media exposure now.
Well, you know, it feels great now to see yourself on TV, national TV, you know, talking to reporters and all that. That's kind of great. But, you know, you just got to keep focused.
Some Aztec fans are ready to replace the 28 on his chest with an S. But this 19-year-old from New Orleans will be the first to tell you he's just a normal freshman trying to deal with his first year in college.
It's kind of tough being away from home. You know, you be wanting to see your family every once in a while, but you just have to put up with it, go to class, do what you have to do, and just say, well, I'll go home some other day whenever I have time.
Marshall Faulk, the kid from the Bayou who will run right by you. Kurt Sandoval, News 8, San Diego State.
He won't be in the starting lineup. Marshall Faulk set that record last week, rushing for 386 yards and 7 touchdowns against Pacific. He replaced the injured T.C. Wright that night, late in the first quarter. And in that WAC opener tomorrow against Air Force, Wright will be back in the starting lineup. Of course, Marshall Faulk will still see plenty of playing time.